Ahmed from the UK says, now I have a problem. I have this eczema on my limbs, my face, my heels, my foot, my arms, and I have to put a special cream. So what to do? Some scholars say that you have to combine between wudu and tayammum. So he says, what's the reference for that? Well, if you were to study the books of fiqh, you will find a number of evidences for that. And one of the most famous hadith is Sahibu Shajjah, the man who had an injury in his head. So they were at an expedition and the man had a blow to his head which caused him to bleed, and he wrapped it so that it stops the bleeding, and he was suffering. And Fajr time comes, the man wakes up injured in battle, and he finds that he had nocturnal emission, or what they call wet dream. So he asked his companions, what should I do? If I perform ghusl, I think I'm going to harm myself and the wound may suffer, and I would suffer because of that. And they said to him, you have no other alternative. You have to perform ghusl to uplift your major ritual impurity. So he did so and he died. And the hadith says that the Prophet ﷺ said, قَتَلُوهُ قَتَلَهُمُ اللَّهِ. They've killed him, may Allah kill them. Wouldn't they have asked? Because the knowledge can erase the ignorance of the ignorance. If they did not know, ask, and you will not be an ignorant. And in some narrations, but these are weak, some of them authenticated, that he should have performed ghusl, but skipped the area and wiped over it. So there is one way of doing it, that if I have a blaster on my hand, I perform normal wudu. If I cannot remove the blaster or the cast, then I just wipe over it. Sufficient. What about if the person is unable to wipe over it, as in the case of creams, or in the case of severe burns? So a person gets, may Allah protect us, all of us, from hellfire, gets severe burns on his arm. So he can wash his right arm, face, wipe his head, wash his feet. But what to do with the left arm? So scholars here say that he cannot wipe over it. There are no bandages over it. So they said that for not washing his limb, he performs tayammum. So why not perform tayammum from the beginning? Yeah, but he can wash the rest of the body. So this was left due to a reason. So scholars say that yes, it is possible to combine between wudu and tayammum in such cases where you are unable to wipe over it, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows better.